Okay, quick video for first years there. So this is going to be the phone booth question 6 on page 17. So I'm just going to start with the outside measurements, which is 205 high by 75 wide. So 75 wide. I'm just going to mark 5, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75 on that. Vertical line here. And now I'm going to mark my heights with just little dots. So my heights are 35, 20, which is 55, lots of 20s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 20s, so 55, 75, 95, 115, 135, 155. Okay, so that's my 6 bases of 20. Then it should go 15, 20 and 50. So 15, 20 and 15 left. So I know I'm right. I'm going to do some vertical lines here first of all. Light. And some horizontal lines. So this is the bottom of the door panel, and there's 6 panes of glass here, so I'm just going to do the lines that are heavy, and I'm not going to draw them in from the dots. I'm going to mark them in from level with the dots, but just draw them where I need them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So that's my panes of glass. Then I'm just going to draw these out a little bit wider, as you'll see in a second, because the roof sticks out 5. So I'm just going to mark out 5. So the roof is sticking out 5 further. That's heavy going up there. That's heavy going up here. So, and I'll just heavy in the top. Just heavy in the sides a bit more here. Here's the panes of glass. I'll just put on these other smaller panes of glass. 1, 2. So I'm lining them up from here, and just a little bit of lightening off to do. That should have been a light line here, and I should have stopped that line in there. And there is our telephone booth, our kiosk done. Now I'm going to add just a few colours onto that. So I just paused that, added some colours there. I'm going to add some maybe gold to the door frame here. I'll just pause this video while I do it. Okay, now just a few tips on colouring in there. So I'm going to keep the colouring pencil, good point on the pencil. I'm trying to do it with the flat side of the pencil. And I'm just using the Tsquare there to stop me from going outside the line so I don't have to think about it too much. So don't ever try to colour in with the pencil up vertical, because if I do a little bit badly here, you will see that that does kind of heavy lines, which we don't really want. Okay, so it's much faster to keep it down low. Okay, so that's our telephone booth done. So just beside it here, I'm going to do a phone booth. So the phone booth is 90 wide by 200 high, and this door is a perfect rectangle, so I can go, there's my 200. So always make sure you have a good sharp point in your pencil, maybe a 2 or a 3H to draw nice and light. So there's our frame. Now I'm going to scaffold the question. Now scaffolding it is basically putting on like the main measurements first, which is the outside of it, and then the key measurements here. So we've got 20, 50, 5 and 10 and 5. Then 95, so I'll just mark that from the 100. And that leaves me with 15, and so I know those heights are okay. So next I'm going to put on my widths, which is 15, 25 and 10. 15 and 25 would be 40, and 10 is 50, and then another 25 and 15 left. So that's okay. Now I'm going to put on some light lines here. So just hold the pencil along and pull it along after you. So they're light construction lines, and I'm going to mark in on my door panels. So I could draw all these light, but I'm going to choose not to. And I'm going to just put in the heavy bits that I want for these, because they're straightforward enough. So there's my bottom door panels here, and I'm going to put in my top. And here in the center then there's just a letterbox, which I'm going to put light lines for the letterbox, because the letterbox is going 10 either side of the door panels of the inside here. So that's coming in 10, and it's coming out 10 from here. So that's my letterbox. Going to heavy in these panels now afterwards. there's our door. I'm going to apply a small bit of shading, but again I'm going to keep the pencil low. And I'll just pause that now because watching somebody doing shading isn't the most exciting of ways to spend a few minutes. Okay, so there's a little bit of colour put on that, and I'll just brighten up the letterbox. I'll just use green because I happen to have it handy. Now what you could do if you wanted then is do a pattern there on the of stained glass on this. And you could colour that in, or you could add a little bit more onto it if you wanted. Okay, so I'm going to just leave that there now, but and you can do as much or as little as you want to here of patterning, and just put some colours on it. So I'll just pause that again. Now we don't want to spend forever at something like stained glass. Okay, so I'll just try and do a few quick paints here. Okay, so there we go. Something quick, bright colours I think work pretty well for that. So there we have two nice first year questions there. Bit of heavy and light lines, horizontal, vertical, bit of creativity here, bit of colouring and shading, all the things we want to have first years doing there just to brighten things up and make it a little bit colourful. So best of luck with that, guys.